there, it's Tania Gabrielle, Wealth Astro-Numerologist. Welcome to Star Codes. This is the podcast where we look at an upcoming Astrology Numerology event so we can align with the message, the frequency, and ride the wave as opposed to be in a place of resistance. And today we're going to cover the extremely powerful total lunar eclipse in the sign of Scorpio. Now, it happens on May 16th, Universal Time, 5:15 a.m., and that's 12:15 a.m. Eastern Time, New York. And it happens May 15th anywhere west of Eastern Time. So that would be Central, Mountain, Pacific, Hawaii, all of those areas. It's actually late on May 15th. And you don't need to be a Scorpio to benefit from this forecast because this eclipse takes place somewhere in your own personal astrology chart with the moon in Scorpio, of course, and the sun in Taurus. Now, solar eclipses, which are new moon eclipses, which we had on April 30th with the Taurus solar eclipse, they govern the mental body, the mental acuity, the new beginnings energy, the real commitment to using your thoughts to create positive outcomes. Hence the new beginnings energy related to solar new moon eclipses. Now, this is not a solar eclipse. This is a lunar eclipse, and it's a total lunar eclipse. And lunar eclipses govern the emotional body. And what makes this particular lunar eclipse even more potent is that Scorpio is an emotional sign. It's a water sign. It's very sensitive, feels everything, very attuned to energy, especially unseen energy, and operates on instinct. Remember that Mars is the original ruler of Scorpio before Pluto, the modern ruler, was discovered, and Mars is a very instinctual planet. Now, Scorpio is a fixed sign, water sign. It helps to purge, it eliminates everything that's gotten old. Scorpio wants to get involved. Scorpio literally is geared towards getting things exposed, bringing the truth to the light, and basically expose everything that's hidden, that's suppressed, that's unconscious, that's swept under the carpet. Now, we are all awakening with Mother Earth to this incredible shift that is going on now. And it feels, of course, like we're in the dark night of the soul. So Scorpio is a sign that is designed to help us see what was unseen, the unconscious, and let go of it and surrender to the truth. So Scorpio is very determined and resolved to uncover by going very deep, by finding intimacy. It governs sexuality, it governs death, it governs rebirth, it governs financial flow. The unseen energy flows. And so it helps us to go beyond death. It helps us to be the phoenix rising from the ashes. It helps us to stay on course and never give up by joining the flow, the water flow. Now, with this particular eclipse, because there is a very strong T-square to Saturn, we're being called to really be disciplined and not to procrastinate at this time. And in general, this is important, is to not go into a lazy, I'll just wait and see what happens. I don't have to participate in the shift. It's all too overwhelming. We want to not step into that place. We want to be empowered, like Pluto, the ruler of Scorpio, is asking us to. Pluto, the planet of empowerment. And the way we stay empowered through all these shifts, which of course can be triggering in many ways, is to remember that if we are personalizing anything at all, we are not in our heart. We're making it about us. And this shift is not about us individually. It's about us collectively. It's about nature and the natural flow of bringing nature's truth into balance. And so there is a real important component to this, in that the intensification of energy for a total lunar eclipse will absolutely transform. It will absolutely uncover the truth. It will help us observe everything and everyone a lot more closely. And it will help us intuit and listen to our heart in a way that gives us those divine truths, which are internal, they're not external. So in the way it does this is by uncovering power struggles, control issues, anything that arises that has not come from a place of compassion and service. So this way, when it comes to the surface, we're not allowing it to intimidate us, to control us, to manipulate us. So this energy is external energy that we are becoming aware of, and then Scorpio then embodies the change and restoration side of forgiveness, letting go, forgetting, just truly letting bygones be bygones. So it's really a fantastic time for growth. Things, when they get difficult, is when we grow the most. And so we need to give others the same space to not personalize anything. And really, that's really the hardest part. So to meet everything the way it appears and raise your vibration and stretch yourself to new areas of patience, especially because this growth spurt is really spurred on by that T-square to Saturn. So, and the T-square is almost exact. Saturn's at 24 degrees in Aquarius, and the sun and moon are 25 degrees in Taurus for the sun and Scorpio for the moon. So it's a very tight, powerful T-square to Saturn. And Saturn is the teacher. Saturn governs lessons to be learned, being patient, slowing down, going into your heart, facing your feelings. Remember, this is the emotional body for these full moon eclipses. So facing feelings head on and having a positive outlook while you are also being patient at the same time. Scorpio governs discernment as well. And the Mercury retrograde that's actually going on at the same time, Mercury stationed retrograde on May 10th, will help us to be very discerning regarding how we verbalize our feelings, when to speak and when to refrain from speaking and staying silent. And really, one of the most important, if not the most important messages at this time that is now coming through with this T-square to Saturn, the planet of discipline, is what am I resisting? Ask yourself that and take yourself to your heart when you ask it. Because the greatest lesson for us, again, Saturn, is having self-discipline. To not go back into old habits of putting your head in the sand, procrastinating, not wanting to see things, running away, ignoring, sweeping under the rug, right? So it's really to stop being defensive about what shows up when you ask that question, what am I resisting? And you ask it with your heart. So you're basically learning, it's like a crash course in how to raise your soul vibration. And to do that, you tune into the subtle realms and you acknowledge that you need to trust in your heart. You need to trust where Source, God, Creator reside, which is here. And that Spirit will always provide you with whatever you need. That your heart is your source of abundance, your source of joy. Scorpio rules that 8th house of abundance that comes to you from others or from partners. And so we think of abundance as something that we have to get externally, but it's not. It resides here. It resides in your heart. That's where all source of abundance comes from. Abundance is feeling prosperous, feeling well. It is well-being. Wealth is actually well-being. So how do you get into that heart? How do you feel that? How can you ask the question and only listen from the heart? Again, Scorpio, water sign, emotional. It is to get into the current moment only. And if you look at the number 11, which is governing all of May in 2022, May is an 11-month this year, which is the portal of inspiration and present moment awareness. So how do we get to the heart? Well, it is only through the current moment. The heart only knows the present moment. The heart does not know the past or the future. And the current moment is the current of life. The wave, the flow, the water, the movement of life is only in that current. Hence the same name for current, electrical, water, whatever the case may be, it's the current moment. And so the word currency, financial flow, any kind of currency, energy currency, is also based on the current moment, which is the only place the heart can reside. So the more you surrender the thoughts that are tuned to the external, right, and go instead into the internal as your go-to, the easier your life will be, the more you will attract that keeps your life in flow, in synchronistic flow, in such a beautiful, easy way. So abundance and prosperity are not only about financial currency, of course. They are about all aspects of creation. The creation process itself is a definition of abundance. So you can have abundance in many things, in love, in friendships, connections with others, in joy, in profound experiences, right? You ride those waves and you flow with them. And because you're then in control of your thought stream, when you are in a creative process, when you are in the current moment, you've taken control of that thought stream and you've taken back your power. And so Pluto, ruler of Scorpio, infuses you with that sense of inner empowerment. But only in the present moment can you bring in anything of value. So ask yourself, what can I do in this moment? How can I serve Creator? How can I serve Source? How can I serve the universe in this moment? The only thing that you can control personally is how you experience everything that comes into your life by managing your thoughts, using the discipline to manage your thoughts and your attitude. So this is a really important point, because when you do that, the shadow side of Scorpio, which is to want to control others, falls away naturally. You just go with the flow of life. You have no urge to take control of what other people think and do. And you trust that everything is happening perfectly for that person and especially to you. So your only job is to say yes to the flow. And that's how you co-create with creation itself. You're able to create with life because you're attuned to wanting to be in that flow, right? Literally listening for it, communicating with it. And you know that you're fulfilling the best you can be in every moment because of how you feel. You sense the feeling. It is free. It is not encumbered or stressed or tight. So that natural happiness is absolutely vital when you feel that, because it is your clue as to where you are aligned. In any moment you can change that alignment, right? It's totally your choice. And how do we change it? Through honoring our breath. Our moment is attuned to our breath. In honoring our breath, we honor creation, we honor holiness, we honor earth. And every little bit that we do creates a ripple effect, which are the waves. The Scorpio expansiveness that comes as we release and realize, oh my gosh, the whole thing is basically so simple. It's that we need to get into our heart, stay there, and know that we are in control when we go into this current sense of awareness. It's that simple. We don't have to overthink. We don't have to, prove ourselves. We don't have to theorize or imagine different scenarios. We just literally stay present. So it's about the internal. It is not about anything external. So that control then that you have, that you're aligning with and embodying, is galactic. It's angelic. It is true divine consciousness. And it extends your reach beyond Earth, beyond feeling just that this is the be-all and end-all. It literally aligns you with the universal consciousness. So you want to be always in that place where there is no fear of what is yet to come or what has already passed, right? You want to be in that place of currency, the current flowing, and being so sensitively attuned to your environment that you are picking up on what you need to at the exact moment that it is important for you to tune to that energy, whether it's a person, a situation, something on your to-do list, whatever the case may be. You are there, present, and not wishing you were not there or wishing that you didn't have to do something, whatever the case may be. You're not procrastinating or, being resistant to the current that you're in. Now, one way to get into the high vibrational expression of your soul is by exploring your own star code. That's the galactic code that you were born with. That's based on the frequency of your birthday, your birth name, and your astrology birth chart. I've created a free masterclass for you at starcodeclass.com where you can explore your life purpose and destiny and so much more. You get a free handout and you can literally use all the information to help you gain so much wisdom and compassion for the people in your life as well. So this is really about broadening your perspective on why we're here and why truly this is such a remarkable opportunity to extend compassion instead of judgment towards others. So enjoy that free masterclass at starcodeclass.com, and I will see you in next week's Star Codes podcast. Lots of love.